Hey everyone, Philip here. I am finally getting off the ground and want to start getting some video content out to people. Um, it's going to primarily focus around the precision shooting community, but I do want to get some other information out there. But want to start off and say it's awesome to see everyone finally get back into matches this year, and it's good to see everyone again. So looking forward to the next couple that are coming up, and wanted to start off fairly simple and just go over the basics of my cleaning regimen. It's very simple. It doesn't do a whole lot in terms of time, and it's probably not 100%. I by no means saying this is the best means. There is 1,000 different ways to skin this cat, and this is just one of them. It works for me. I'm kind of taking some inspiration from a couple of different people I'll shout out to eventually once I get to those things, but it's simple, doesn't require a whole lot, and it's something that I don't really like cleaning, and so the simpler, the quicker I can do it, the better for me. So I can start off first. I've been shooting a gas gun a lot this year, so this was a little different. Today I actually did go through and completely strip everything out and take, for the majority of the components apart. That includes the entire bolt carrier assembly, the bolt cam pins. I didn't take the ejector out or off. I could have done that. But for me, on a gas gun, whether it's a precision gas gun like this or carbine, I will go through, take everything apart, and use my favorite 3M brake cleaner to just clean everything. For me, that's really gotten a ridiculous amount of the carbon off and really sets it up for a good base. And then me, I'll usually just go through with a can of CLP and kind of spray everything down lightly if I'm going to put it in a safe like this, and stage it up for the next match or shooting something like that. Put a little bit of CLP, just kind of wipe it down, just get a good kind of oil coating on everything. So when it breaks down a little bit more of anything, and then it kind of prevents it from rust. That's what CLP is for. It's cleaner, lubricant, protectant. So it's protecting against that rust. And then I'll put all that back together, make sure I get the charging handle, make sure I get the insides. I'll go through and brake clean the trigger system, as especially this is a Trigger Tech Diamond. The only time I've ever had problems with it was me not cleaning it, and it kind of starts to gum up a little bit. So I just hit it with a little bit of brake cleaner, get some CLP in there, and call it good. I did, on this time, it's been a long time, and I don't like doing it, but took the buffer spring out and buffer and CLP'd inside of that, or brake cleaned and got everything, all the grease out of that. I don't like taking this one apart because there are 2 flat springs in there, and they're just a pain to get on through the little detent. And so I'm just going to start taking the buffer tube off whenever I do that, put the whole thing in, jam it in. It's just an absolute pain to do it by taking it out like this and putting it back in. But that's where I go through and put that Napa kind of white grease on that, whether it's with a carbine or a gas gun or a precision gas gun. I'll put grease on it, and it really it doesn't have that stupid spring noise anymore. It just kind of seems like it smooths a lot of things out. At the very least, it gets rid of that annoying noise. I don't know why, it's a pet peeve of mine, but I hate that. So then I'll put everything together, throw it in the safe, and call it a day. If I'm just cleaning it. Now for the precision barrel cleaning process, whether it's bolt gun or this gas gun that I just got done doing it, is I just have a couple fairly simple things. I use the tip tin. I have a little set. I have a bunch of random single ones too, because I buy them in bulk for the most part, but they're the tip tin nylon brushes. I'll use those a lot. This is going to be a little controversial these days, but from a friend of mine, Keith Glasscock, his YouTube channel, shout out to him, is Winning in the Wind. He uses, at least last I checked with him, a lot of these brass brushes. I still use them as well. I'm not sitting there just going to town on it. I'll run it through 5-6 times, and it seems to work pretty well. Hasn't really affected a whole lot of barrel life for me in my experience, and so I'm going to keep doing it. We'll get more into exactly kind of when I use that more. I use patch out. A lot of this patch out stuff works great. I just kind of buy them bulk packs when it's on sale, and works out really well. Let's go to the nearest convenience store, buy a bunch of alcoholic isopropyl alcohol. Use a lot of that too. Bore guides. I've heard them kind of called insurance. There kind of should be no problems, but it's an insurance piece to kind of make sure nothing happens with the rod in case something does go weird. And then the one-piece coated rods from Tipton. Again, you can see I use a lot of Tipton stings. The reason why I do that is being prior military, you do get a really good discount on Tipton products through Expert Voice. So if you are able to have access to Expert Voice, hit up Tipton. They have really good deals. I also go through a bunch of their patches, again, on sale. So it doesn't cost a whole lot if you have that ability. If not, there's plenty of people in the industry that have really good products that are very similar to these that are relatively inexpensive. So those are all the products I use. So my kind of technique, methodology, and how I set all this up is I will take my rifle out, I'll set it up on a tripod in my living room, I'll get a garbage can, put it out in front of the muzzle device, and then put the bore guide, put some patch out, run that nylon brush, 20 times, take it out, add a little more patch out, run another 10, 20 times, and I'll follow that one up with a little more patch out inside of it, and then I'll run that brass brush like 5 times if I'm really trying to take out some more. And then I will run patches through it with the little, I didn't show them, but I have Tipton jags, which a little jag is a little piece on the end that kind of encompasses the entire cleaning patch, so it gets better surface area and cleans the whole board better. And so I will go and run that brass brush, and like I said, follow it up with a patch with rubbing alcohol, and then I'll flush as much as I can out with rubbing alcohol, and I'll run another patch with rubbing alcohol, dry patch, alcohol, dry patch, alcohol, just kind of go back and forth until I'm just doing dry patches to just push as much of that gunk out as possible. And then once I start getting dry patches, I'll run it a few more times, and then I'm done. I'll go through a little bit before the end of that, around my muzzle brake, spray it out rubbing alcohol, and because it kind of starts to collect some of that carbon, not carbon buildup per se, it does have some of that. I just don't really care about it for the most part. But it will get kind of some of the cleaning gunk inside of it. So I'll kind of hose it out with the rubbing alcohol, and then make sure that when I'm pushing patches that they're coming out clean and they're not kind of hitting the edges of where that muzzle brake is holding some of that gunk. And that's it. It's really straightforward. I think so, at least, to where it is just, nylon brush, patch out, brass brush a couple times to get some of the stubborn stuff, rubbing alcohol. That is the way I do it. It works out. There's a lot of other techniques to do it, but that's my cleaning regimen. And one of these days I'll get a good camera set up, or at least just go through, set it up while I'm cleaning, and try to show you guys. And so that's what I do. Said I was going to do it, eventually going to do it. And so now I'm starting to get these videos out. So I want to get some more information. Next thing kind of on my docket is I do want to talk about this rifle more. It's a Seekins Precision SP10M, and in 260 out of all cartridges. And it shoots really nice. The amount of compliments that it gets by itself at matches is insane. Just because a lot of people think you put a lot of work into it, and it's an off the shelf SP10M that just shoots great. It does its part. It's the placement's my mistakes. It's just fantastic. So that's gonna be the next thing. I do want to talk about that and just kind of a little update. So hopefully I do want to get that out into the next week. So look forward to seeing y'all. And obviously, always hit me up with any questions, comments, concerns, complaints. I really do want to be able to help as many people as possible. I've had some really cool interactions with people I don't know through Instagram specifically over the last couple months at matches, getting 2 matches. And so I'll go into a little more detail about that. But it's kind of reminded me of why I want to get more into the social media side of things, is to be able to help people and get people out, help people have fun, go into matches to have fun. I'm having fun at every match. not chasing anything, just having fun. So looking forward to seeing everyone out there that I do see on a regular basis and see new people. So have a good one. Talk to you all later.